Homemade beef stew, y'all. Woo! That steam's gonna get that camera. I'm gonna make fry bread to go with this. It's gotta thicken up some more, but it's gonna be good. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back with Wife with Nicole, Marie, and Gary. Today we're going to be making fry bread. So let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I will have to reiterate on a few of the ingredients I'm using. So I'm using baking powder. Many people do different ways of making their fry bread. Some make a sweet fry bread, some make a savory fry bread, some use yeast, some use baking powder. It all depends on the person making the fry bread. Some use lard, some use butter, some use oil. I'm choosing to use oil today. I'm choosing to use baking powder. Typically in the fry bread, you will use regular milk, or you can use powdered milk. You can use the sugar part of it. You don't have to put any in there if you don't want to, but anyways, I got a half cup here. You use all-purpose flour, but I'm going to use more than that. I'm going to use about a cup of flour, about a cup and a half. And the thing about the fry bread is that we've been making it for so long that you know how to tweak the recipes. 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Next, you're going to want to add in a bit of salt. I don't know, 1/4 teaspoon. Next, you're going to want to add in baking powder. I'm using a heaping teaspoon and a half of baking powder. Next, I'm going to add in my sugar of choice. I'm using an artificial sweetener, sucrose. Well, you'll see it in there in the beginning. So we're going to go ahead and add a couple teaspoons of that. Next, we're just going to mix all your dry ingredients together. Because next thing we're going to be adding, you're going to need milk, and you're going to need warm water. Not hot water, not boiling water, but warm water. It's typical to use powdered milk. I purchased powdered milk because we can't handle the regular milk in the stores. So that's 4 teaspoons of powdered milk, and I'm going to make it into 1 cup. So we're going to go ahead and add in our water, and see the foam? You just scrape it off, or you can just keep mixing it until it gets in, but I go ahead and scrape it off. I'm going to go ahead and add some of this in here. Because I also need to add in some warm water as well. We just want some milk. And to me that's enough milk. Use a wooden spoon, by the way, when you're doing this. So let me grab a little bit of warm water. So I grab my warm water and I just put some in there. And you just keep adding it as you need it, because we're going to have to knead this too. Like I said, everybody does theirs differently. This isn't a full recipe. This is now where we bring in our hands. This is where you're going to use your clean hands and possibly add more flour if needed. Oh, I forgot to add the oil. That's alright. Let me get to that. Alright, I'm just going to add a dash of oil. Typically you'd add your oil in. We're going to go ahead and knead it. And that's alright that I forgot it like that, because we're kneading it anyways. And if it's sticky like that, you can add a little more flour. Now, some people are going to come for me. How I say people are going to come for me. They might. Do you want to just keep kneading it? To work up that gluten. Alright. And you want it to be a smooth ball like this. Then what you pour a little bit of oil over it just so it doesn't dry out. Not a whole lot, just enough. I'm going to put saran wrap over the top of this and also a dish towel, or you can just put it in a dish towel, let it rest for 30 minutes. Okay, so when your fry bread, while your fry bread is resting, I got 5 minutes to go, so I went ahead and I put a good amount of oil in my skillet. You do not want your fry bread to sink and sit on the bottom. You want it to float. So make sure you put enough oil in the pan. Okay guys, now for purpose of video, I just want to show you how we're going to go ahead and do this. The oil is still heating, but that's fine. As you can see, there's my dough. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add a little more flour to it. I'm going to go ahead and spray my hands with non-cooking spray. And you squeeze off about the size of a golf ball. And I'll show you. You want to cover this back up. And you work it. And you keep working it. Some people do a clapping motion. Whoop, I ain't got it in me. I'm just trying to show you. Some people do a clapping motion. But once you get it to the desired size, you poke a hole in the middle so it doesn't shrink back up. And then you put it in your hot oil. But I'll show you what I mean when we get over there. Okay, so my oil is ready. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna pop our bubbles and we're just gonna move it around. It's like a pancake, kind of. The first one doesn't always turn out. That's alright. That's what I've experienced. But you see how it pops up? A lot of folks, they'll pop them bubbles. And she came right up to the surface and it's floating, as you can see. Alright, we're going to go ahead and flip her. It won't take long from this point. See how it's golden brown? I have my colander with a plate underneath it. My colander inside is lined with paper towel. Some people put it on a rack to drip off the excess, or newspaper. It doesn't matter, whatever your preference is. Alright, done. So here it is. And I just put her over here. And so I'm going to go ahead and make the rest. There you guys have it. See, I told you that first one never turns out for me, but the rest of them get all thick. Supposed to be all thick and puffy. Show you how I'm going to pair this up. And there you guys have it. So you have that thick piece, and then I have the I have the first piece because I saved the other two pieces that are there for Gary for tomorrow because he wants that with his steak and eggs in the morning. So we're gonna go ahead and show you that it is fluffy inside. She is fluffy. This one ain't fluffy. That's alright. You just dunk her in that goodness. Ooh, look at that. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can get a thumbnail. Even though I've already... We'll work it out. And this one here is tater. We'll take another take on that. Nice, good beef stew.
I think we found our beef stew mix.
We used a different beef stew mix.
I think I like this one better.
We used a different type of... We're just experimenting with different stuff.
Really perfect.
It's good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna let you guys go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next video. Sorry I cut my little head off up here. Cut my head off. It's all right. See you later. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.